Yo, what God? What are you lot saying? Fucking hell, sorry about that, people. Give me like 30 seconds. There we go. That's better. That's better. Whew. Bloody hell, it's hot in here. Let me get the fan on. Let me get the fan on. How we doing? What are you saying? How is everyone doing? Obviously, we got a little... It's meant to be a call-in show, but I'm just going to be ranting. Because guess what? We are about to start July. And the only flipping signing we have is Matthias Tell and a £5 million nobody from Japan. I just want to say that. I just want to say that. I'm done with this club. I'm done with the lies. I'm done with all of that bullshit. Do you know what I'm saying? These lot said to me, do you know what they fucking said to me? I want to win the Premier League. Well, we want to win the Champions League. Where's the pressure? Where's the pressure? Norgard gone to Arsenal. Mbeumo, United. Eze, he's not coming here no more. Even João Pedro, who we were linked with at the start of the window, now looks like he might end up at Chelsea. I can't do this no more, bro. Where is the fucking ambition from this football club? How many more days are you going to tell me, oh, Spurs are expecting to sign at least 3 players? Oh, we're interested in. Oh, we've made contact with the player. Shut the fuck up. Please, please, shut the fuck up. I'm sick of the bullshit. I'm sick of it. It's all the same nonsense. And you see you Tottenham journalists, yeah? You see you fake journalists, Football Confidential. All you fake-ass journalists, delete your accounts. Delete your accounts, bro. Because you're not saying anything. This is what they do. They put tweets out that are just cryptic and empty as fuck. Spurs are interested in Eze. Well, I could probably name about 40 clubs that would be interested in having Eze play for their football club. What are we doing here? What are we actually doing here? Unless there's been a concrete offer, a concrete, solid offer being made, yeah? Please. Yeah, say nothing, E. Just let me. Anyways, it's too early for the crash out. Listen. I need to change the intro. I just haven't made one yet I haven't made one. I need to make a new intro, but I'm lost for ideas. But big up John, you know what I'm saying? Big up John. Big up Ghosted as well, my bro. How you doing, gang? How you doing, brother? E up in the building. And guys, if you see next to E's name, there's a little membership badge there. Become a member, man. Become a member. Do you know what I'm saying? Literally, become a member if you want to. It's your choice. I ain't gonna beg you, but yeah, it's there. Also, we got super chats now. You get me? We're growing. And subscribe to please, guys, subscribe to the channel, innit? Because we're trying to get to 1K before the start of next season. But yeah, it's not looking good, man. It's not looking good. This is what Tottenham does to you. Bare false promises. Facts. False promises, bro. Cabby Lame streaming with a bucket hat, you know. Hey, listen, can we stop this? That's like, what's going on there? I'm sensing about some underbelly racism. You know what I'm saying? Some underbelly racism. Nah, I'm chatting, man. He chooses his words carefully. Not we want to try and win the Premier League, and this is our plan. Exactly. But this is my point, yeah. Big up Archer as well. Big up, brother. Big up. This is my point. He didn't need to come out and say what he said. You don't need to come out and say what you said. You sacked Ange. You brought a new manager in. So give the guy some players, bro. Pre-season starts in 3 weeks, bro. In 3 weeks. And we've signed is Tell, and I don't even know his name. What is that guy's name? Takai? Jakai? I don't know his name. And I knew this is what, you know what? For you lot, yeah, that want to go down the data route, you know what I'm saying? You want to see the bar graphs and the charts and the tables and the numbers and that, yeah? Hold that, innit? This is what you get. This is what you fucking get. We're not Brighton. We're not Brentford. We're fucking Tottenham. We're Tottenham. Excuse my language. We're Tottenham. I'm genuinely sick of us acting like a small club. We win a trophy, so go out there and show some ambition. We're playing Champions League football next week, and you're signing 5 million. Not next week, sorry. We're playing Champions League football this season, yeah? And you're signing £5 million nobodies from fucking Japan. What the fuck are they gonna do? What's he gonna do, bruv? Do you know what I'm saying? Man are calling it, man are calling it the fucking, what do you call it? The Japanese Van Dijk. Oh, do I have to put it in the chat? Oh, shit. I'll do it in a sec. Don't worry, I'll do it in a sec. The best buzzword bingo speculation phrase I heard lately is ready to pounce. Ready to pounce. Ready to pounce. Archo. Oh, shit. Fucking hell. Drop the camera. I've dropped the camera. There we go. Ready to... Fucking hell, I've done it again. Ready to pounce on what? What are we ready to pounce on? What are we actually ready to pounce on? Japanese Maldini. Oh God. John, this clip isn't for you. This isn't even for you. But anyone calling this guy the Japanese Van Dijk, Japanese Zidane, Japanese anything, shut the fuck up. God damn, nigga. Because you don't watch the Japanese league. Do you know what I'm saying? Jay pounced on the camera. Big up Jay Spurs, man. Big up, man. Big up. Nah, bro. I don't even like getting this frustrated, yeah, because it's actually very hot. And I don't know if you can tell, yeah, but I'm fucking boiling. Like, I'm roasting. I've got 2 fans on, yeah, and I am absolutely dying. But do you know what? I have to get mad, bro. I have to get mad because I'm seeing even fucking Arsenal, bro. Arsenal. Why are Arsenal getting business done and we still haven't got no business done? But Daniel Levy said you want to win the Premier League. Well, Daniel Levy, let me ask you this, yeah? If we don't have any money, how are we going to win the Premier League? How do you win the Premier League with no money? How the fuck do you win the Premier League with no money? Please tell me. Makes no sense. It makes no sense. But then you got people that instead of focusing their energy on Levy, yeah, man are still pressed because Ange got sacked. Get over it. It's over. He's gone. Get over it, bruv. Get over it. Get over it. He's gone. I'm seeing guys on Twitter talking about, oh, well, if Ange was here, Eze would have signed already. Shut the fuck up. No, he wouldn't. We all know why Eze is not signing for Tottenham. We all know why Eze is signing. Chat, do you know why Eze is not signing for us? Can I actually tell you why Eze is not signing for us? It's because we didn't want to pay him the fucking money. We didn't want to pay the money. Do you know what I'm saying? We didn't want to pay the money. I'm fed up, bro. I'm sick. I'm sick, bro. I'm sick. And then rivals sitting there talking shit to me about my club. You shut up as well, bro. This is not how a club that is just won a trophy moves. We don't move like this. We don't move like this, innit? Let me bring AJ in, innit? 1 sec. Give me a sec. Yo, bro.
I'm all right, man. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm going to leave you with the chat for 2 seconds while I go get this membership link in it. Give me 2 seconds.
No worries.
Before you go, yeah, Norgard, or is it Norgard, Damsgaard? I don't know what the fuck his name is. Shoulder guard, right guard. I don't fucking know. You know, like that.
At this point,
how you feeling? You got another Norwegian scrub. How you feeling? At
this point, we may as well sign Asgard because it's looking peak right now. Because when you look at Arsenal, really look at it, we're in a world where Crystal Palace, Tottenham, Bologna, Newcastle have all had better seasons. And what do? Our best midfielder, Thomas Partey, is leaving for free. We still haven't addressed our attack. We still don't have cover for William Saliba. The cover we do have for Gabriel isn't good enough, even though he played well at the end of last season. Letting Kieran Tierney go was a bad idea because Calafiori at left back is a terrible idea. Skelly is not an actual left back, even though he's played well there. And I'm just like simple when until we win a trophy. But I don't care how far into the future it is. But yeah, it is what it is. I mean, if we have to sim far enough to where Jay's actually happy about his club, then yeah, that's what we're gonna have to do. Because
No, I'll never be happy about this club. I'll never be happy about this club. They won me a trophy, yeah. Well done, innit? The high is gone. I don't care anymore, bro. I don't care anymore, innit? Like, we done it. Big up Kudus as well, bro. Big up, man. No, like, we won the trophy. I just want to see us expand on it. Pause. Fucking hell, pause. I just want to... Do you know what I'm saying? I actually just
well,
want to
that's
see
a
my
zero
club.
level pause, man.
Nah, but do you know what I'm saying, though? Like, genuinely, I just want to see some... I don't fucking know. Just show some intent. Like, Jesus, bro.
Ambition, like I get it.
Yeah, like, show some ambition, bro. I
Well,
have
you went to
thoughts and...
Mexico.
Hold on. Sorry, bro. Tottenham Ranger. Tottenham Ranger, bro. You're waffling. He's not coming to Tottenham. We're not paying him the money. We're not paying him. Like, you guys have the problem of overpaying, yeah? You get me? You guys overpay. Look at Havertz's wages. I think Havertz is one of the highest paid players in the league, which for some
Please don't
reason...
remind me.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? We underpay. 100K. You can't give Eze 100 grand, no?
That's
You
what he's
can't
asking
give the
for.
guy 100 grand. I don't know, man. I don't know.
That is insane.
I don't know, but obviously we'll spin back on Tottenham. Chat to me about your club, man. What's been going on with your club this window? You got Zubi
Standard,
Dooby Doo. You know what I'm saying? What's been going on with you lot?
standard procedure, I suppose, because Arsenal don't know how to take anything seriously. City have improved, Liverpool have improved, United have gotten better, Chelsea have gotten a little better, and we're getting worse. So yeah, top four, we're actually in that conversation, kind of. Like, we're not bad enough to where we'll be stressing over Champions League, but we're not good enough to where I can actually think about a title. We're in that weird spot. And we should have won a league title at least twice in the last 3 years. At least twice. And if we'd done that and then had a bad season, fine, I can let that go. Because we see they had a terrible year last year, but they've just come off 4 league titles in a row and a treble. You could, and how did they respond? Turkey, Nori, Reinders. Like, that's a response. And we're not even looking at the window where they brought in Marmoush. They want to fight next season. And Liverpool, they signed one of Europe's best players for stupid money. They brought in Frimpong, they brought in Kirkes, like, they're doing things. Gahey's pretty much done as well. He's going to be a really good addition.
They got Wirtz as well now. Florian Wirtz as well.
Yeah, that's why I said one of Europe's best players in him.
Yeah. There you go. That's what I'm saying. Like, and I think this is why we get annoyed at our football clubs, yeah. And I guess we can kind of relate to this pain.
Oh yeah.
You're seeing everyone else around. It's like a man dying of thirst watching another man drink. You know what I'm saying? Like, everyone else is getting their business done. Everyone is, because the problem is, this is the problem I have with my football club, yeah? We're going to wait until August. We're going to wait until August to start getting active in the window. And by then, all of our targets would have been swooped up. All of them. We're going to end up going for our third, fourth choice target. We need to fix our midfield. We need a serious attacker, because guess what? Thomas Frank has already said that Son is no longer a key player at Spurs. Sorry, guys. Sorry to break the news to you. Sorry, but Son's not a key player anymore. Do you know what that means? It means we need another attacker who's going to become that key player. Because I'm not going into next season with Brennan Johnson as my best attacking option. Did you not hear what Daniel Levy said? He wants to win the league. He wants to win the Champions League. We got Brennan Johnson as our player of the season from last season, bro.
Damn. But I hate the Cronkies, yeah, for what they've done to my club. But Daniel Levy, I wouldn't wish that on your worst enemy.
By the way, John, I just noticed your name, by the way. Latina Enjoyer. Facts.
I,
Facts.
I can't lie, yeah. How can Tottenham do it to you?
Listen,
Like
Spurs
Tottenham,
have done a lot to me in this life. And
no, I
I'm
mean,
sure
like
there's
you went
another
to
guy
Mexico,
backstage right now,
John.
yeah, who Spurs have just... Listen,
They've killed him.
he needs no introduction in it. You know who it is already, bro.
It's
You
been a
know.
while, man.
How you feeling, Eve?
What you man saying, bro? What's up?
Nah, I had to go on a little rant, bro. I saw Chelsea got the here we go for Gittins, and I set the stream up straight away. I got mad, bro. Because I'm seeing everyone else showing some intent, you know what I'm saying? Making signings and whatnot. But what's our club doing? What's
Bro,
our
you
club
know,
doing?
I think that's bad, bro. I started my stream yesterday, and the here we go happened 2 minutes after I started my stream. Didn't even get off the intro stream. Didn't even get off the intro stream yet. I'm seeing here we go. I'm like,
Oh my.
yeah, man. But
Links to
bro,
the memberships is there, by the way, if you want to become a member. If you want to, of course. But yeah, no, sorry, continue.
No, you chilling, bro. But it's Tottenham, innit? It's Levy. Like, you know what it is, right? I'm not even mad. I'm just disappointed because, like, Levy has pretty much laid out what he wants to do in the interviews throughout the years. And now to be fair, he's sticking to his word. And it's like, we just don't know how to react to it. Like, everyone who didn't want Frank wanted a better manager. He was saying, bro, I'm not hiring trophy managers no more. He said it to defend Ange. So when everyone's out here talking about, yo,
I'm not hiring trophy managers. That's
what he said. He said that to defend Ange.
I'm fighting my owners if they're saying that.
You know what I'm saying, bro? That's what Levy was saying. So when everyone's saying, oh, we need a winner, you know what I'm saying? Blame your owner, fam. The owner you were saying deserves credit for the Europa and, you know what I'm saying, deserves all this and we should calm down on the Levy out movement. I hope you calm down, fam. I hope you calm down. Because to defend this manager that you're now supreme glocking, he said it was a mistake hiring managers like Conte and Mourinho, and he felt the pressure to hire them after Poch won. So now he's going to be going and hiring all these other managers, bro, that are, you know what I'm saying? Go on, Jay.
Oh, no. Oh, 5 memberships. Oh, big up.
Salute to the
Big up
Ranger,
Tottenham
fam.
Ranger.
He got Tottenham Ranger for the 5 gifted.
Salute to the damn Ranger, fam.
Do you know what I'm saying? Whoever just became a member.
I said your other channel got
it. Wait, what?
Hey, Jay's music channel got a membership, bro.
Hey, other me, welcome to the cave, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out Smithy and Benny as well, fam. Collected one too, bro.
Jay, did you zoom in the plume? Oh my god! Why have
There's
I read
no
it
way you said it like that. Oh my god. No way you said it like that.
Yes, though. Yes, Mexico was an amazing trip. But thank you very much for asking.
You went from Mexico to Daniel Levy. Like, what? You don't deserve that.
Spontaneous. This channel's spontaneous. If you don't know, get to know in it. But look, there's 17 of you lot in here. We need at least 15 likes this stream, innit? Minimum 15. Come on, people. Smash the likes. But just going back to Daniel Levy real quick, yeah. I saw some shit on YouTube from Tottenham Away. Big up Tottenham Away, Brian Daigle and big up them lot. And he was calling out people that wanted to turn on Levy all of a sudden because it was like, bro.
Hold on.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, I can't lie. I hear what he's saying. Do you know what I'm saying? We got another super chat in the building. Big up Ghosted as well. How do I bring this up? I don't even know how you bring this up. Guys, I'm old. What? Oh shit! Yeah, there you go. Boom! Hey, big up, Ghosted for the $5 super man.
Fez, big up,
man. Appreciate it.
Salute to Ghosted.
I said, Viva la.
Hey, shout out Eddie Guerrero, man.
No, but I was seeing on Tottenham Away, he was calling out people that kind of are turning on Levy now, or not, because it's almost like before no one wanted to call Levy out. Everyone was happy after the Europa League. No one really said anything. Even me, I put my hands up as well. Do you know what I'm saying? I'll pull my hands up as well and say, I didn't praise Levy for bringing the trophy. I just said that he made a decision to stick with Ange and it somewhat paid off. Do you know what I'm saying? But I don't know, what's your opinion on this? And obviously, AJ, give your opinion as well. But do people have the right to now start turning on the people that were happy with Levy after the Europa League? Do they have a right to turn now and start getting mad and start calling him out? Or should they have been calling him out the whole way through? Because in their defense, and I'm just going to play devil's advocate here, no one wants to be a bad egg, you know what I'm saying? A rotten apple.
Yeah.
Everyone was kind of happy. Emotions were high. So I kind of understand why you wouldn't want to go overboard on the Levy slander the night we've won a trophy for the first time in 20 years. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? However, do you think that now that the dust has settled, now it's time to put the foot back on the gas in terms of this Levy shit?
Oh yeah, 100%. And I'm not mad at the only people I'd be like annoyed at is people who weren't Levy out anymore because of the Europa League. Like if you were Levy out, yeah, then we won the Europa, and then you said, you know what, I'm Levy in, and now you're Levy out. I'm gonna look at you a little bit sideways, isn't it? Even so, like I'll allow it, but because like I'm just not an advocate for like I'm cool with people like disagreeing and stuff like that, and I'm cool for people changing their opinion. I just don't like the way people do it, because they'll do it and then they'll throw sly digs at you and try and act like you're just fucking stupid, even though they're the ones who switch their opinion. And it's like the people who, like, I don't have any problem with people calling people flip-flops, but at the same time, it's like, bro, some people are just going to think differently from you, and like, it is what it is. The most important thing, though, is to not try and ostracize the people who leave you out, because to be fair, the people like Stell, they should know it, because them man are doing the protest when it was like 5 people, bro. So they should know what it's like to go to a protest, try set it up, and nobody comes to the protest. So you should really want people to, like, people, especially if they were Levy in and they become Levy out, you'd want them to feel included, not feel bad for at one point being Levy in. So while I do agree with the message, I do also agree with the fact that I believe in the fact that yes, okay, yeah, shout out to Stell in it, but while I do understand where they're coming from in terms of why they might be frustrated, I think that at the same time, it's important to not try and ostracize how people who have just become Levy out again feel. Yes, technically they're flip-flops because they were Levy in and Levy out, but it's like some people might call Stella flip-flop because he was Ange out for singing his death wish, you know, saying, trying to write his name on a piece of paper like his death note, and he's not dying. And then he wins the Europa League, and then all of a sudden he's on here defending Ange. He's defending Ange on Sava's show. You know what I'm saying? Doing a to Sava on the stream, fam. You know what I'm saying? He's doing that. So he's really became an Ange soldier for a little while. Even if he didn't back Ange fully, he still became a soldier for Ange. So it really just depends on who you ask about these things. And it's like, I get him in it because he's passionate and like he really wants Levy out. At the same time, though, don't like the people who want to be Levy out. You're just ostracizing them more. You know what I'm saying? So the ultimate goal is to get Levy out, in it. That is the ultimate goal. So we want as many people on side as possible. And the same way how he felt some type of way when the Change for Tottenham people didn't want to come on his stream and they went on, I think, last one on Spurs or something like that, and they created a whole thing and you got pissed. Just think about how they tried to ostracize your fans. Now you're trying to ostracize other people who were Levy out or Levy in, and now they're becoming Levy out. Just embrace
not being
everyone,
consistent.
Yeah, it's like I think it's one of those things where it's like, because he's always been Levy out, the people who were Levy in and are now starting to turn, it's almost like a where have you been kind of thing. And it's like, I get it. I understand it's a where you been kind of thing, but better late than never, innit? Like I think the mindset should be a bit different. Like, you're finally here, you know what I'm saying? Now let's work on how we come to the protests, you know what I'm saying? Start shouting it out more. Stand on business. You know, that should really be the message, in my opinion, rather than calling them flip-flops and kind of, you know what I'm saying, make them upset and play on their emotions and stuff like that. It's just kind of weird.
No, I agree. It's like the whole point is to get people to join the movement. So it's like it does I hear it. It does kind of defeat the purpose of the movement when, you know what I'm saying, you're 1 minute it's like, yeah, come and join this movement, and then you join the movement, it's like, nah, you're a flip-flop, bruv. I hear it. Elijah raging is hilarious. He doesn't raise his voice and get very mad. What are you saying? You just been raging politely. Polite rages and that.
I wouldn't even say it's polite, but I just don't shout. Like, I have a free crib and I still don't shout. So like
introverted rages, I hear it. You know what I'm saying? But I wanna take the question. I want to ask Age before we move away from Spurs. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, loads of other clubs are getting their business done. We got a big game coming up. You know what I mean? Pre-season's on the way. There's a lot to get through. You know what I'm saying? I want to ask you, AJ. Yeah. Do you think Ange should have been sacked? And what are your thoughts on the Spurs fans that are really bitter? Because he pointed it out to me the other day that obviously a few people that we know are still a bit hurt about the Ange sacking. But as I've been kind of getting back into the Tottenham space a little bit, bro, it's a lot worse than I thought. Like, you got whole pages dedicated just to Ange. As like, what the hell? It's not what the hell in it. What the hell?
I can't like Ange getting sacked. Like, on one hand, I understand why you'd want to keep him because he won a European trophy. Like, that's something that Tottenham aren't used to. But on the other hand, like 17th, 22 L's, less than 40 points. Like, that in itself is damning. Like, I like Ange. Like, on those metrics, he was lucky to even make it to that final because most of the Tottenham fans did want him sacked. And while I agree that injuries didn't help, his own decision making also didn't help. Like, more than one thing can be true at the same time. That's something that football fans generally speaking, not really understand.
Yeah.
Because you can say, yes, Daniel Levy has set up pretty much every manager that he's ever hired to fail. But at the same time, like, as a manager, your job is to get the best out of what you have. Which is my biggest beef with Arteta. Like, this squad is not 10 points. The squad last season that we had was not 10 points worse than Liverpool. Like, Liverpool were better than us, but not 10 points. We weren't 74 points quality. We were better than that. You get what I'm saying? As far as the Tottenham fans being Ange out, being Levy out because of sacking Ange, that don't make sense to me. Because you have a lot more reasons to be Levy out than just Ange.
Fact.
The stadium, the stadium, it's a great stadium, but did you really ask for it? Genuinely.
No, we didn't. I was happy at the old White Hart Lane. You know what I'm saying? That was
a classic stadium. That had one of the best atmospheres in the league.
Facts.
Well, it's the same with West Ham. Like, they didn't ask for the London Stadium because they were happy with Upton Park. And when you really look at it, like, if you're gonna sack Ange because of that, you've now set a precedent that we're going to hold you to. It's the same when Arsenal sacked Unai Emery. On that metric, he did deserve to get sacked. However, whichever manager you hire, I'm now going to hold him to that standard. It's why I've been Arteta out for 4.5 years.
Nah, you know what as well, yeah? I love the fact that you said that because now every manager that comes in has to win a trophy at this football club. There's no exceptions. And there's no grace period. Unless our squad is at a Manchester United level of diabolical. Genuinely, where you need a whole clear out. When I'm talking, you got to call exterminators to come in hazmat suits to clear out that squad, yeah? Unless the squad is like that,
unless you need to nuke the squad, I hear it.
No, they do. They have to. Is that fair?
It's fair, but that's not what Daniel Levy said he'll do, fam. Hey, look, I've got a clip coming out. And put this up on screen. I talked about this on stream a while ago, and I'm making it into a clip, so it'll be out. This is the article I'm talking about. And people have fucking amnesia because they forget that this happened. This was during the first 10 games of the season. Like, how, everyone says we've got our Tottenham back? This is the article they're talking about. But just like Spurs fans, they actually forget that the most important part of the fucking article. I don't give a fuck about Levy saying we've got our Tottenham back. Who gives a shit? Don't know why that's quoted all the time. This is literally what should be quoted. It was a mistake to appoint trophy managers. That's what should have been quoted. But I'm not surprised that Mandem don't know what the fuck they're doing when it comes to researching articles. This came out during the first 10 games of Ange's first season.
Big up Yasser.
And this was Levy. Yeah, big up Yasser, fam. But this was Levy basically defending that appointing of Ange while Tottenham were doing well by saying it was a mistake to hire trophy managers like them. And he basically talks about how after sacking Poch, he felt pressure to hire win now managers. And now that it didn't work out, he's not going down the win now manager route anymore. So everyone says, so like when people say, oh, every manager after Ange should win a trophy and all this shit. And like, I understand where you're coming from. Oh, you should want a better manager than Ange. I get it. I fully get it. The problem is though, is that your mans didn't say that. To justify Ange, he said he's not winning trophy managers. Now that Ange is a trophy manager, he got sacked. So I don't. This is Daniel Levy, bro.
No, he's doing exactly what he said.
Yes,
he don't
he's
want
doing
no
what he
success
said.
here.
It's like people forget, and it's like, bro, he's laid the foundation. He's laid the blueprint as to what he wants to do and how he's gonna move. You know what I'm saying?
And this is why it didn't work. Exactly, it didn't work because of Levy.
So
didn't want to spend the money. What article is this? Can you put the link to that in the chat?
BBC. It's BBC Sport.
Yeah, it's literally just a
BBC Sport.
Yeah, you know what killed me about what Daniel Levy just. You know what killed me about what Levy just said. Like, when you think about, look at how the Tottenham managers have done since they've left. Conte is a league champion in Italy again. Jose Mourinho has been to 2 European finals. Like, it's not like he's the. Listen, sure, Jose's not the manager he once was. Conte probably isn't the best long-term fit. However, they are not so bad that they failed to win anything at Tottenham. You didn't even give Jose an opportunity to win a trophy. Conte didn't even get a full season in charge. That's what's crazy.
You know what I'm saying, man? Shouldn't Frank get Europe?
You know what? It's funny because if you look at all the situations, that Levy just met, like the Joses, the Contes, the 2 win now managers that he named, he sacked one of them before a final, and instead of going out there and spending 55 million on Bastoni, which by the way, that was all Inter were asking for, 55 million, and he wanted to go and play for Conte, they went and got him Clement Longley, blood. They went and got him Clement Longley on loan from Barcelona. No, you think it's a joke? No, you're laughing. You think it's a joke. This is Daniel Levy.
I'm laughing. Because it's funny, because I'm reminded of Arsenal.
So how can you sit there and say, oh, we tried with win now managers and it didn't work? Well, it didn't work because of you.
Oh, my days.
It didn't. I'm not going to lie. Look, I rate Thomas Frank, but this might end so badly. This might end so badly, bro.
He's already set to fail.
We're 2 months into we're like a month into the window and we haven't signed anyone. We don't even understand what philosophy of football we're going to be playing because we haven't brought in any players and even got a chance to see what Thomas Frank is like with these players, bro.
So that's why I tell people Frank is just like all these people saying, "Oh, Frank will make this guy better. He'll make it because he's a coach. He'll make Tell better. He'll make Gray better." I'm like, bro. First of all, if he makes 5 players at Tottenham better, I'll be surprised. That's the first thing. Second of all, bro, what do you expect Frank to be, fam? He's not Jesus, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Well, that's going to mess you up in the long term anyway. Because if he makes your players better, then that's going to give Levy an excuse not to spend.
Mm-hmm.
Which is that's why they hired him, though, innit? So they can sign all these young guys, and everyone can be fooled under the he's got promise, and now we've got a coach. You know what I'm saying? Because Ange isn't a coach, innit? Like he's ironically enough, which is why the hiring of Ange confused me, especially after Levy said that dumbass shit in the article. Ange is not a long-term coach. He always spends like 3 years maybe at he's like Conte. You know what I'm saying? Except he's just a Japan League, Australian League, Scottish League Conte. Like he'll be at a team for like 3-4 years, win some trophies, and then dip out when he's exhausted all his options. That's pretty much what Ange is, and he's just done it again at Spurs. So it made no sense why he'd hire Ange for Yes, you know what I'm saying? Not a trophy manager, youth project, long-term kind of thing when he's never done that in his life. Now he's actually got a manager who does that type of shit because he did it at Brentford. So yeah, man, it's peak. But Frank isn't
Didn't
like
he want Ruben Diaz, fam? Or Laporte?
Yes, he did.
It was
He wanted
Ruben
Diaz,
Diaz, bro. He
Diaz
wanted
in
Ruben
2020.
Diaz, and we gave him Joe Roden. This is if you need any more proof, yeah. And this is why I get like. I hope you guys in the chat as well. Big up 26 of you lot in here. Smash the likes. Make sure you're subbing to E. Make sure you're subbing to AJ as well, and sub to the channel, innit? Just sub to the channel. But if you need any more proof, yeah, that this guy is unserious, bro. Big up,
Eugene.
big up Eugene, bro. If you need any more proof that this guy's unserious, just look at that. Just look at that. Just look at the players, yeah, that you're offering managers, and then you want to wonder why win now managers don't work. This is why I say stop directing your anger at me. Yes, I wanted Ange out. Okay, he's gone. Get over it. Like, do you know? You're acting like I just cheated on you or something. You're not my girlfriend. Leave me alone, bro. Why is everyone so mad at me for saying Ange out when the guy, and you're not angry at the guy that sacked him and the guy that put us in a 17-year trophy drought? Be mad at him. Why are you mad at me for? Do you know what I'm saying?
I'm always mad at him. Ask E, right? I've been mad at him forever, right? I've been doing this for 5 years, Jay. Right?
Cook,
Right? To tell the truth, right? The problems is actually our fans, right? There are certain parts of our fans, right? They're all accepting all this mediocrity. When Ange came in, the first 10 games, we didn't lose. When he came out and said, we got our Tottenham back, he will know that. He will be my proof. I ranted like shit because I said, I don't want this fucking Tottenham back, right? Because we haven't won the league in 61 years. It's a fucking waste of time, right? You're PRing, bullshitting us all over again. That's why after that, I was Ange don't care. I've been Ange don't care. If he will testify to that too. I've done every fucking watch along with Ange, right? And I've been cussing him in and out. But when that day came, right, when he brought us that trophy, right, I said, you will have to put respect on his name because no other fucking manager, Conte, Mourinho, all these top fucked up managers couldn't deal with Levy, couldn't get us the trophy. Come on, guys. We are football fans. What do we want? League position? And nothing? All these years? We want trophies. I don't give a fuck. Give me a trophy, right? That's what I'm saying. The only thing is that all I know that our Spurs fan base, right, especially on YouTube, right, it's the most fucked up YouTuber community that we have because we got so many factions that go after each other instead of uniting under one voice, right, and say go after Levy. No, right? At least you show us that you're on this side or that side, and even if you're in the middle, right, act with civility. But no, we go out and fuck everyone, right? We fuck left, we fuck right, we fuck everything. Right, and we tear the house down and we disunite the fans, right? That's why I'm fed up. You know, I haven't been on YouTube streams for a long time. You will testify to that too, apart from that day when usually I go on Haz's stream, right? And once in a while I do watch alongs, right? It doesn't matter, right? Why can't we sit down and savor the moment, right? We are gonna be Europa Cup champions for 1 year, 1 season. Can't we enjoy that? Can't we take it and rub it into the Manchester United fans? We've beaten 4 times in a season, right? And we broke that Spursy curse with them, right? It doesn't matter whether you believe it or not, right? 17 years. We haven't won shit in 17 years and we can't even enjoy it, right? 2 hours after we win the cup, right? It's already Ange in, Ange out. We hate this, we hate that. It's unacceptable for this, unacceptable for that. 250,000 people turn up for the parade, guys. What the fuck for, right? And to tell the truth, right, I don't care. Frank, Mange, Lange, whoever comes in as our manager, right? If Levy's still there, he's gonna get shit. Come on, guys, look at it. Most probably, right, after when Ange won the trophy, Ange has reached a stage. You remember what Levy said? We'll never bring in a manager, right, that's elite winning trophies again, right? That will challenge.
I pulled up the article. Don't worry, Eugene. I pulled the article up 10 minutes ago. Don't worry, man.
Yeah,
I pulled up the article 10 minutes ago.
He said that, right? That's why we brought Ange, right? Ange is perfect for us, right? And most probably when Ange won that trophy, Ange turned around to Levy, said, okay, what's the next level that we're going to go to? And most probably Levy told Ange, we're going to stay in the same level that we are. And Ange said, we can't do that. We have to move on to the next step. We want to challenge for bigger things, right? Yeah. But the best part is, right, it's the influencers on YouTube that goes on. From Mourinho out, Nuno out, Poch out, Conte out, Ange out. You watch. In the next 6 months to a year, right? If Frank doesn't give a shit,
that long, Eugene.
yeah, it'll be Frank out too, right?
All it takes is a supercar.
And the best part, right? A lot of YouTubers out there who are pretending to be Levy out because it suits the narrative to be Levy out will always, I'm Levy out. But then, right, I want my Levy back because he hasn't sacked Ange. So what the fuck is that, right? I've been told, right, if I don't want Ange out, right, and I've been saying, if I'm Ange, don't care. If you're Ange, don't care, you're Levy in. Then what the hell are you guys saying, right? We want our Levy back to sack Ange. So now you got your Levy back. Now you got the Tottenham. We've got our Tottenham back. You know why? Because Levy is back at the wheel again. Every transfer that's gone through now, right? It's the same. It's not changed. It's the same for the past 5 years. Ever since I stepped into this YouTube dome of Spurs YouTube dome, right? It's not changed, right? Nothing has changed. So what do you expect? Frank come in? Are we going to challenge for anything? No. The thing is that I've been saying if Ange wins the cup, remember, we've been talking about it, right? We've been saying we will not get past Frankfurt, we will not get past Bodo Glimt, right? And to tell the truth, right, the Manchester United fans says that they had the history, they're going to cook us, they're going to do this to us, they're going to do that to us, but we fucking won the cup, right? We beat them, we won the cup. Where are they now, right? Arsenal fans, where are they now? They haven't won shit in 5 years. Where are they now? Right? So I can shout and put my fucking chest out. Right?
Really?
We won something. You haven't won shit in 4 years, 5 years. Right? So what the fuck is that all about? So to tell the truth, right? Ange has been sacked. Move on. But the problem is, I know there's some people who are still hanging on to the narrative that, maybe it's just to stoke the fire that, to tell the truth, right? We know that Frank comes in, most probably Frank, yeah, he's the better coach, he's the better this, he's the better that, but he's won nothing too. You get what I'm saying? He's not won anything. To tell the truth, right? I can tell you this, right? Poch was brilliant, but in the end, he still won nothing, right? And now a lot of people say, I want Poch back. I say, I don't want Poch back. You know why? Because Poch is now buddy with Levy, so when he comes back, he's just going to be another puppet for Levy. When Ange came in, I think Ange was a deflection, right, and a distraction, right, for Daniel Levy. Because something shit is going on behind. Because in there, maybe there's supposed to be a takeover, maybe he's going to step down, blah, blah, blah.
Well, I was actually going to ask you about that. That was actually my next question, yeah? Is this a smoke screen? I saw an article. Chat, tell me if this is... You guys are in charge of making sure I'm not getting bullshitted by articles in it. So if I ask you guys, if I tell you I've seen an article, just confirm whether it's bullshit or not.
Big up Mr. Box.
You know what I'm saying? Big up Mr. Box Office in the house as well. Big up Mr. Box Office. Also, can we get Eugene's link in the chat, please, people? Can we get the links up in the chat so you guys can be subscribing? 28 of you. Hit the sub button, smash the like, become a member as well. You will love it, trust me. But my question was, obviously Ineos and apparently Spurs and Ineos are going to court over some missed payments and things. Is that what this is? There's been talk about a takeover for a while. Is this what's going on at the... Is it a takeover or is this just more takeover?
We've been having this takeover talk since I've been doing YouTube, right? It's always been, we're going to get a takeover, we're going to get a takeover. It's the Americans, it's the Saudis, it's the Malaysians, right? Ineos' problem at the moment is this, right? Sir Jim Ratcliffe, after buying that 30% share of Manchester United, being actually conned by the Glazers into it, right? He has lost a quarter of his wealth. A quarter of his wealth. Think about it. If he's worth £1 billion, if he's worth £1 billion, right? He's lost 200 fucking million pounds, right? So now what Ineos has done is that Ineos can't sponsor Spurs anymore because of the Grenadier. We signed wrong. They're supposed to be a sponsor. And they want to cancel that sponsorship contract. And Daniel Levy said, fuck you. You want to cancel it? Give me the money. You can cancel it all you want, right? But that's why we're going to court with Ineos. And it's got nothing to do with Sir Jim. It's just basically they want to cancel the sponsorship contract. That's all. And That sponsorship contract owes us about 11 over million pounds or some shit like that. That's what Spurs are suing Ineos for now, right? Let it be, right? To tell the truth, right?
Can they just give us a new midfielder, please? Like, forget the 11 million, because we're probably going to use that to buy some teenagers. You know what I'm saying? We're probably going to buy a couple teenagers with that.
And I've been saying this, right? I've been saying this for the past 2 years, ever since I went and looked into the accounts. We've been in red for the past 5 years, and I've been telling everyone, we got no money to buy players. Why do you think, right, we took that Tell deal? The Tell deal, right, is an escape, right? Like the Archie Gray deal. It's a smoke and mirror screen thing that we bring Archie Gray as a defender. We knew that actually we needed a defender. No, we bring Archie Gray as the defender. Now this Tell deal is to tell us that, guys, we don't have money to actually buy good players now. The only other option that we have is maybe do some contra deals, right? With
that's why Lange is a dickhead though, because we spent. Let's actually break it down. We spent 35 million euros on Tell. We spent.
No, we didn't spend
on
no.
I know it's technically I know it's the Kane money. No.
No. Wait. We didn't spend 35 million on Tell because number one, whenever we buy a player, even though it's Kane money, whatever, it's on a contra basis or whatever it is, right? Most probably we will have to pay up in how many months in installments, right?
Remember, guys, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry to cut you. I have to play this clip. Johnny has said something stupid, and when Johnny says stupid things, you get stupid. You win stupid prizes. Here you go.
Yeah, shut the fuck up, Fairs, innit? Ugarte and Mark.
Okay, sorry. Continue.
I get the installment things, innit? I get it. But it's just like,
you get installments. That's why now the weird part is, right, look at the Eze deal. Last season when we were going, we were supposedly going after Eze, but then we found it was all bullshit, right? And then Parish wanted a big sum of upfront money. That's why we didn't go for it, or maybe a lot of teams didn't go for it. But this season, we were supposed to be going for Eze, right? And we didn't close the deal fast enough. And guess who is coming in to get him now? Arsenal. But to tell the truth, right?
I don't think Arsenal will get him. It's just.
No. But to tell the truth, right? Spurs has denied, right, ever making a bid for Eze. Think about it.
Yeah, they didn't even make a bid for Mbeumo either. But I don't think it's. But it's not because of. I just genuinely think it's because of the way the club wants to spend. Like that's why I say Lange is a dickhead, bro. Because like, even if it's 35 million installments and stuff, we still have to commit a certain amount of money to these players that we're signing, whether it's paid over 5 years or 10 years. Like Solanke is 65 mil. Even if we pay it over the next 10 years, we still have to commit a total of 65 million to Solanke. The problem is not that, because I'm sure we can get players. Big up AJ in it. Salute to you, But the problem is that who we're committing this money to, because even reports came on Eze that we could have done like 3 or 4 20 million bids or like in installments. You get what I'm saying? So like the thing is for me, right, is the biggest reason why I'm leaving out is because of the people he puts in charge of the footballing decisions at Spurs. And of course he does some of the football stuff himself. But like, for example, Lange is like, I barely see any good Lange signings, man, apart from maybe Bergvall.
Wait. I have to break that myth, right? Daniel Levy putting people in charge of football, that's a myth. Daniel Levy is in charge of the football. It's that as well, yeah. Is that as well? He's in charge of everything.
He's in charge, but like in terms of the roles and stuff, like he technically puts the people in the roles. But like we saw in January, Levy apparently was flying down to France to speak to Tell and talking to Kolo Muani, and so I don't deny that Levy is the footballing guy. It's just he's putting people in these roles, and the people in these roles are also shit. So it's like I can't lie. It
doesn't matter, right? It doesn't matter.
Yeah, he's just fucking up.
You can put a brilliant person in that position, right? And in the end, the decision still comes to Levy, right?
Remember that? Exactly. Yeah, it goes to Levy. That's the biggest reason why Levy out.
Yeah, it goes to Levy to approve, right? To say, okay, let's go for this guy, right? You know, blah blah blah. Okay, what? Okay, since Liverpool has spent nearly 200 million pounds, right, and they're offloading players, right? Why aren't we going for Harvey Elliott? He fits all the criteria. 22 years old, 40 million pounds. Right? He's like the next Archie Gray. And he's proven. And we don't go for it. You know why? Because we don't get quality players. We haven't gotten quality players for such a long time. You get it? We get punts. You get it? We buy punts. You know, we buy Tells. We buy Gray. We buy Bergvall. Right? They are punts. You know, we don't go out there and get something which is more or less, not say guaranteed, but proven. That's what we do. That's why I said I don't want this Tottenham back. Right? But now we've gone one full circle, right? We've really got our Tottenham back, right? With Levy at the wheel. Look at my ex-post, man. I've said Levy's back at the wheel, bro. Yeah, accept it, right? And the best part is, right, guys, right? Levy in, Levy out, it doesn't matter, right? If you have your opinion, it's your opinion, right? For me, right, I'm Levy out. I've been Levy out for 5 years, right? I've been doing Levy out shows forever, right? And the best part is that I've never flip-flopped. And to tell the truth, I don't care who the manager comes in. Spurs fans must wake up. It doesn't matter who the manager comes in. When Ange came in, I said he was a distraction and a deflection. Why? Because he took all the blame. He was the perfect yes man, right? And most probably it was in his contract. His contract says that whatever players we give you, you will have to say that I approved it.
You know why I wouldn't even put that past him? Because this was the biggest, like, financially, the Tottenham job was the biggest job Ange has ever had. Financially, I wouldn't put it past him to have just said, you know what, I'll take the 5-10 million a year. You know what, I'll take the 10 million a year.
No, that's why Ange getting sacked, right? He's been compensated 12 million pounds. I'll take it, right? And the best part, he's going to be a Spurs legend, right? Like Sonny is a Spurs legend, not Harry Kane. Harry Kane is a Bayern Munich legend, but what kind of Bayern Munich legend you want to be? Even Eric Dyer is a Bayern Munich legend.
Yeah, Eric Dyer, yeah.
Eric Dyer is now, Kane is a legend to a certain extent, but he's
a tier 2 legend. He's not tier 1. He's tier 2.
Do you know what I say though? I say, like,
he's still a legend though.
I just say it's hard to call him a legend because he hasn't won anything. That's why I call him.
We're not.
That's why I'd call him like a cult hero, innit? Like,
yeah. By the way, Kane isn't a Bayern legend. He's not. He's not a
legend. He's a hero. You can say he's a hero, but not a legend. Sonny is a legend, right? Because Sonny stuck with the shit club, right? And in the end, he deserved.
Nah.
Look at that. Yeah, look at that,
bro. Kane's a legend, bro. I can't. To be fair though, Son ain't exactly been great without Kane. Shit for Spurs.
Well,
you're saying that. No. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about that. Because I was going to ask you about
Sonny, actually. I wanted to ask.
Yeah, because like how pivotal was Son to even us winning the Europa League? Let's talk about it. How pivotal was he? He wasn't that pivotal. He was just at the club, if we're being honest. He didn't score no crucial goals. He didn't make any crucial plays. He wasn't that pivotal.
It's not even whether it's pivotal or not pivotal during that process. Come on, E, right? Everybody
because saying, if Harry Kane,
we won this cup, right? Because it was a luck of a draw. We got all the shit teams coming up to Manchester United,
and we didn't even need Son for it though.
And Manchester United was shit, right? Yeah,
no,
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
If Harry Kane, if we win the Champions League in 2019, Harry Kane goes down a legend, even though he wasn't pivotal to us even winning the trophy in the first place.
Yeah, he will be a legend.
But that's what
Can I quickly interject here then, guys? Yeah, just a quick one. Can I kind of play? I'm playing both sides here just to keep the conversation flowing here. But I will say this: the reason why I kind of agree with Eugene in terms of, even though he wasn't really instrumental in the final and in the run up to the final. I think you just have to, based off of merit, if we're gonna base it off of merit alone, then I'd say you have to call him a legend because of everything he's done for the club. I mean, look what he's done for the club, you know what I'm saying? Everything he's done for the club, and then to come towards the end of your Tottenham career and deliver us a piece of silverware, albeit you weren't the key cog in that machine of winning the Europa League.
He wasn't a cog.
But I'm gonna ask the question.
You know what I'm saying? I'm just playing devil's advocate here.
Yeah, but I'm gonna answer the question, right? Who was actually pivotal in our cup run? All the way.
Pretty much everyone apart from Son, bro. We have to thank our defense for that. No, let's go for it. Vicario, Van de Ven, Romero, Toro, Udogi, Bentancur, Bissouma, Madison, Bergvall, Solanke. All of these men were more pivotal. Odegaard was more pivotal than Son as well.
Hold on.
All of these men were more pivotal.
Was Ange pivotal?
Yes, he's a legend though.
Yeah. So why is it? Come on, but he was playing the games too.
I didn't say Son's not a legend. You're saying Harry Kane's not a legend because Son won the trophy. Son could have not been here and we still would have won the trophy. That's my point. Like he didn't do anything.
He was there, you know, but you can't say he
but that's what I'm saying. If he was there, so if Kane left in 2019 after we won the Champions League, he's a legend, even though he wasn't pivotal at all to us winning. We went through Dortmund. He scored against Dortmund, but Dortmund was shit, and we rolled them over. He didn't play against Man City, and he didn't play against Ajax. And if Pochettino had a brain, he wouldn't have played against Liverpool either. So Kane wouldn't have been. He would have done nothing to get us that Champions League, but he's still a legend because he was at the club. Like, I'm not saying Son's not a legend, but just because Kane hadn't won a trophy, like, we're gonna excuse the years and years that Kane spent at the club carrying Tottenham. Like, this is the thing. Like, the trophy has kind of clouded people's judgment, bro. Like, when I tell you, Kane, we were giving Kane all the praise, rightfully so, for him carrying our attack for the last 4 years that he was here. Like, what Kane did is basically he kept us relevant. We all knew at the time that he was playing, and this is why the Poch disrespect is annoying to me too. We all knew that if it wasn't for Kane, we would have been down in 17th and that. And look what the fuck happened. We were in fucking 17th.
Wait,
we knew what was happening with Kane, bro. He was out here carrying us.
Two seconds. The Poch disrespect is because he went to Chelsea, the bastard, didn't it? So fuck Poch. Sorry, continue. That's all I wanted. No,
it had nothing to do with Chelsea, because let me tell you, because they're calling Poch a failure, and it's like, bro, Poch had us, to where Poch got us. Yeah, no, people calling Poch a failure, and it's like because he didn't win the trophy.
I'm not going to say Poch is failure. I'm not going to say Poch is failure, but he didn't win anything. But you can accrue to it that he has not won us anything, and it doesn't amount to anything. You get what I'm saying? Not. So what I'm saying now is that what is in front of us, that we are what we are, and we are at what we are at. That's all. When it comes back to now the conversation, right? Yes, whatever has happened with Ange, right? We move on, you know. But the problem now is that we look at what's happening to our club now again. It's no difference. Nothing has changed. We're going through the same shit all again. The only time I seen us move quick and early in the transfer window, I think, was it the first time when Ange got in, or was it during Conte? I can't remember. That's when we signed players early, and then we were hoping in the end to get one more pivotal player in that summer transfer window to change everything, but we sat there and nothing came, right? So now we're going back to the same shit that what Levy does, is that he's going to drag this all on until the end of August, right? When end of August comes, then we'll see what we'll get, right? By the time all the good players will be taken already, and maybe some of the good players might not be taken, and we might go for them. We might, right? But at the moment in time, I don't see that happening, right? It's not the first time being a Spurs YouTuber talking about transfers, right? I've been hearing all this over and over again. When Ange was here, you know, they were saying that we know what we're going to do, you know, we're going to improve next season, blah, 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 right? And what happens? What did we get last season, right? Solanke, 65 million, you know, which is okay, Premier League proven, but the rest are all kids, right? So what are you gonna expect this season? I'm gonna see the same thing. Tell is a kid, right? Okay, of course, Danso was more or less an obligation to buy. That was a good move. I accept that because he proved that he can perform in the Premier League, right? And what are we expecting next? We got the Takai, right? Kato Takai from Japan.
Eugene, do you think we're gonna get any players in that are gonna be good enough to get into that first team straight away?
Any players? Maybe one.
So we're going to improve.
Maybe one.
So we're going to improve.
Maybe one. Yeah, maybe.
Okay, so we're going to improve.
Maybe. Yeah.
Well, maybe. if we get a player that walks into that first team, we've improved.
Maybe. To tell the truth, right? If we get a player like
if you just go and get a player in that doesn't even get into that first team straight away, then you're not going to sit there and say we've improved. If we get in someone like Harvey Elliott, which a lot of Spurs seem to think he's not good enough for Spurs, which is just
I'll take Harvey Elliott.
Maybe you would, but there's a lot of people who wouldn't. So if we at least bring in two players or a player that walks into that first team, you can call it a good transfer window.
If we do it, right? Okay, I'll give you an example, Dan, right? Like last season, when we brought in Solanke, right? Do you think we improved?
This is fact. This is false, by the way. This is so wrong. This comment is so wrong, Tottenham Raider. Sorry, continue.
Right. You know what I'm saying? When we brought in Solanke, right? Did we
No,
improve?
Solanke hasn't improved.
Did we improve? Yeah, because he was better than Richarlison.
Really? We improved?
Well,
Hey, listen, I might be the wrong guy for this. I don't
the problem-
personally think that he's
The problem is how much we improve compared to where we need to be is the problem. You know what I'm saying? Because like even like Harvey Elliott does improve us. Don't get me wrong, but at the same time, we basically have to just take the fact that Romero is going to leave, and of course Harvey Elliott's not a defender. But the problem is that we need to not only replace what we're going to lose, but then build on that to improve. So if Romero's leaving, for example, we already have our replacement in Danso, but then we also have our backup replacement, Takai. Is that if both of those guys better than Romero? Like, no, they're not. So in that case, in defensive wise, we haven't technically improved defensively. If anything, we might have regressed slightly. But even so, like if we're looking at attacking options, if we just bring in Harvey Elliott, because we're not really going to sell any other attackers unless it's Richarlison. So if we replace Richarlison with a Harvey Elliott, that's improving an attack, sure. But does it improve us to where we should be as a club? And I don't know if it does.
And just before I let you go, Eugene, yeah, this is exactly the point I've been making for the entirety of the stream. I have no problem with going out and spending money on youngsters if you want to build a core for the future. That's fine. But at the end of the day, we have to focus on the now. Do you know what I'm saying? And you saw what focusing on the future does, because we was looking ahead to that final for the whole of last season. We was looking ahead to that final for the whole of last season, and look what he done to our league form. So we need to focus on the now. And right now, our squad isn't very good. I'm sorry.
But the thing is that, right? You've been a Spurs fan for so long. How many times have we actually focused for the now? We've never. You think about it.
But this is what I'm saying. We focus on the future so much. It's like, when is that future going to become present? When is that future going to become present? When is all this talk about winning all the big honors going to become
the best part, right, is that we'll always have a future until a nuclear thermal war happens.
Yeah.
Which by the look of it is only round the corner anyway, mate. So
it might not even matter, right? If something goes haywire the next couple of weeks, the Premier League might not even fucking start.
Oh, don't worry, the Premier League will always start. You won't hold that down. Look, what we need to do is get our act together on where we go looking for players, yeah? Like I've explained to a few people. Let me just put my bloody phone on because I'm sitting there sweating again. The economy is absolutely screwed in football. Totally, utterly done. French, to get the Premier League on TV, yeah, you can get the French, Italian, Spanish, German, Dutch, and the other one in there as well for less of a price than just the Premier League on TV.
Yeah,
the economy is foobarred. Utterly, completely, and utterly screwed. There's what? 18 out in Italy. Juventus have got money.
No.
PSG have got money. Bayern Munich have got money. And you can say Leipzig have got money. And then when it comes to that, I mean, Real Madrid and Barcelona are not the monsters they were with actually having money, but they will pay wages. The rest of the world at the moment, hang on, Eugene. The rest of the world at the moment has got no money.
No,
that's why we should be out there doing some serious scouting, taking full advantage of it. But then when I sit there and do shows with people like Sava, particularly me and him, who've done a show last season where we were sitting there saying Archie Gray, no, and so many people were bigging it out like he's the next best thing since Messi. Saying, and one of the main ones we said on there that I brought up and he agreed and we talked about it was getting Locatelli in, and then you still get a lot of idiotic Spurs fans sit there and tell me that Locatelli ain't good enough for this team. Same as a lot have been telling me that Harvey Elliott doesn't get in this team. We seem to think we're a bit too big for our own boots sometimes, or we rate our players too highly. We've got money to spend, even if it's not big money compared to some of the other teams we've got. We've still got more than treble the amount of money to spend than the rest, pretty much the majority of Europe has. This is where we need to go out and do some serious scouting and get some good players.
Right? The Premier League clubs, right? All of the Premier League clubs have the money to spend. It's because we've just, the Premier League has just signed a £6.6 billion deal, right? For
Crystal Palace takes in more money than AC Milan, for God's sake.
Yeah, that's why. Because from just the television deal, just from the television income that the media income that we get, right? It's past £150 million or some shit like that for each Premier League club. So the money is there. But the problem is that whenever we talk about Spurs, right, because Spurs focus more on the development of the property and the stadium and all that, a lot of their money, they're all tied up to be paying back the debts that they owe. And they have a fiduciary responsibility to the banks not to overspend in certain ways. We can't do Aston Villa, right? And spend 98% of our income on wages on players. We can't do that because the banks won't allow it, because it's part of our contract. That's why I keep saying we don't have that kind of cash to go out there and splurge. That's why, hence, the Tell deal went through. It's because the Tell deal is
can I put this to you then? Can I ask you a question then, Eugene? If we don't have the cash to spend, right, and I'm assuming it would have probably been like this for at least 2 or 3 seasons, right?
It's already been there, yeah. It's written. Yeah.
So if we don't have the cash to spend, yeah, and this isn't even at you, this is my question towards the club. Why on earth would you spend 40 million, yeah, on a teenager, knowing that for the next 2 seasons we're going to struggle to spend money bringing in experience?
Okay.
Why on earth would you spend 30 million on a 17-year-old French player who the only Prem experience he has is playing for fucking Burnley, who got relegated? Why would you spend that money knowing now that in the future it's going to affect us? So this is why I asked.
Wait. It's because, right, number one, depending on how many years they've signed up for the contract, they're going to break it down. Let's say we sign Archie Gray. Was it a 5-year deal or 6-year deal? Then that money,
6-year deal, yeah.
6 or 5-year deal. That money will be broken down into, let's say, 5 million first.
That's what they do with every deal. They do that with every deal.
Yeah, they do that with every deal, but depending on how much money they want in the upfront, you get what I'm saying now, right? That's why maybe Odegaard is another 5-year deal. Then you break it down to like 6 million per annum. That's why I'm saying we're spending the little money. If you're talking about the Eze, 30 million upfront, Levy going to give you 30 million upfront. But
right, and then you get this comments like this, yeah. Big up Mello. He's a Chelsea fan, obviously. I'm a football fan, not an accountant. I don't give a fuck about sell-on value. I'm sorry. Sell-on value isn't putting the ball in the back of the net. Sell-on value, yeah, isn't winning my club trophies and getting us up the table. So don't come to me with this, but the sell-on value argument, because guess what? We still have to wait for them to fulfill on the odd possibility that they reach that potential that we can sell them.
Let me change that round for you on that one. Let me change that round. Sell-on value is
one sec, Eugene. Let Dan go and then Eugene go after. Go on.
Whether we like it or not, yeah, football is a business. It is more of a business than a sport, and it's just some people take the sports side more serious than they do the business sides. We just seem to take the business side through and through. A sell-on is a big thing. So many people have complained for a long time that we don't do what Brighton does. We don't do what Brentford does. We don't do what Bournemouth does and what Fulham do and what Palace do. And that's bringing these young players that no one's heard of and then make them into 50, 60 million pound players and sell them on. And then we go and do that and spend 5 million on the, what was it, little Japanese kid?
Takai.
Yeah. 5 million, who cares? Tuppence money. You know, back change pocket sort of thing. And then everyone loses their shit over it. Well, what do you actually want then?
But it's not that, man. And then you go, it's not that. It's not even that. It's the 30 million. If it was 5, if we spent 10 million on Gray, like how we spent 11 on
Gray deal should never ever have been done.
No,
but
that
waste of money.
You get where I'm coming from, though.
You're talking spending 30 million on Odegaard, 40 million on Gray, and they're young, right? You are supposed, if you're going to go on that sell-on value on these players, right? Maybe in 2 years' time or 3 years' time, we're supposed to sell them for 60 million, 80 million. You can sell them. But to tell the truth, guys, when have we sold a player and actually made a profit?
Exactly. That's my point.
Yeah, but maybe that is why they're doing it.
I'll explain this to you guys, right? Levy has got this mentality now. During the 2008 period, when we sold off Berbatov, or Sheringham and all those players, right? He turned around and said that we are not going to be a club where other big club comes in and take our players. Since that ever started, right? We've hung on to our players like a piece of shit, apart from maybe Modric and Bale, right? Because
which is what fans asked us to do.
And there was big money coming in for them, right? And Bale, we couldn't stop him because Bale was actually a Real Madrid fan. He wanted to go. Modric also wanted to go. So players wanted to go. And of course, remember Ericsson? Levy hung tooth and nail to Ericsson and not sold him because when he was wanted at 34 million pounds, we said no. Eric Dyer, Manchester United wanted him. We said no, right? And we still
because at the time, Eric Dyer was good enough for us. At the time, Eric Dyer was actually one of the better players in the Premier League.
That's
he was doing very good for England. Of course we don't get rid of him.
When Poch came out and said that, right, we are good after the 2019-2018 season, he was saying, he was giving out hints. We have to start going through a painful rebuild. That means we have to start selling the players that we think are up there, which we can get in money to bring in bigger players to rebuild from there. But we didn't do that. So, and now to today, think about it. We're still stuck with Ben Davies, guys. 5 years ago, right, when I started YouTube, we made a joke about Ben Davies staying for his testimonial, right? By God, guys, he's gotten it. Think about it. We don't sell players when the time is right because we don't have the mentality or the intelligence.
No, we should have sold Son 3 years ago because he wasn't good enough.
Yeah, no, to tell the truth, yeah, we should have sold a lot of players along
okay,
the way.
Say not good enough is a bit harsh, but Son was blatantly on his way down. We should have got rid of him, and people say he should still be at this club now.
No, Dan, let me finish. We should be selling these players at their peak, right? To get that peak money, to bring it in, to buy peak players. But we don't have that intelligence to do that. When we tried to do that, we got stuck with Endomberger. Remember?
Yeah. And just the last point, because we do have to wrap up stream, unfortunately, boys. Thank you all for joining as well. Can we get their links in the chat as well, people? Please, can we get their links in the chat? All three of them. Sub to them, please. Sub to them. But I wanna end the stream on this and kind of ask you lot, what do you personally expect to see from this club between now and September 1st? Because I'm going to be honest with you, I don't think we're going to sign anyone. I think maybe one signing, maybe two signings. But I believe, that anyone who said that they were happy with finishing 17th, if it meant winning a trophy, here you go. Here you go. Because now here's all the excuses that we can't spend and all of this, and we need to sell to buy. And you know the bullshit bingo wheel that I showed you like at the start of the season? Yeah, the bullshit bingo wheel's back. So for you guys on the panel, what do you expect to see from now until September?
The sad thing is, and this is what a lot of people don't like to accept, but it's a fact. And I'm not saying it's right and how it should be. Right. It's all about cups. It's all about winning cups. Ange won us a cup, so he deserved to stay. Yeah, bollocks. If Ange would have finished 17th and won the League Cup, I bet you 99% of the people who said, oh, he deserves to stay because he won us the Europa Cup would have been Ange out. But then, hang on a minute, I thought all cups counted. Sadly, in football these days, Tier 2 cups don't get you nothing. Except the Europa Cup, because it gets you the Champions League. It doesn't earn you that much respect. Who cares that you won a League Cup? These days, who actually cares whether you win an FA Cup? Where does it get you? What gets you further in life as a football team if you've got the chairman that actually wants to take it places? Finishing in the top 4 for 4 years, or finishing between 10th and 17th for 4 years and winning 3 FA Cups and a League Cup? What's going to get you more money? What's going to get you in better competitions? What's going to attract better players? The fact that you've just done the treble on an FA Cup and finished 14th and 17th, or the fact that you've just finished fourth in the top 4 for the past 4 years and got in the Champions League? The fact is, it is that one. You've got to get it balanced. You've got to at least get it balanced.
No,
and Ange was going to get us relegated. Yeah, the way we have to do it, basically, we now have to build our way back up there because Ange destroyed our club and team so badly on that pitch that he nearly got us relegated. One place away from relegation. Okay, we got the Europa Cup. It saved us to a bit. But that 17th place, Eugene, is doing us more damage than winning that Europa Cup.
And Ange isn't here now. Why do we keep going back? Ange this, Ange that. Ange isn't here now. Now we look forward to
Eugene. I'm telling you why we are in the situation we are in, yeah?
Why we're in this situation is because of fucking Daniel Levy, right?
No, bollocks. No, he's not. Daniel Levy did not know, Eugene. Daniel Levy did not say what happens on that pitch.
Why did he bring
Ange was the one who used the dickhead tactics.
Because Ange could play front foot football, right? Every day, right?
Who was the one who told them to play inverted wing backs? Who was the one who told the two centre backs to sit? No, it don't matter for you though, Eugene, because it doesn't match what you want, does it? You're being narrow-minded now, mate.
No, it's not to match what I want. What do I want? I want trophies.
You want Levy out. You want Levy out.
I want Levy out. Yeah. Don't you want Levy out? Are you Levy in now?
Levy out. But sorry, then I'm a bit more open-minded than you.
No, I'm open-minded too. I'm not saying why can't
you can say here and say that Ange isn't half the problem that we're in the situation we're in.
Ange is half the problem. Levy is the full problem, right? I'm not saying Ange isn't the half the problem.
You were just telling me there that Levy was the full problem, and why are you looking at Ange? The reason I'd bring Ange back into it is because he is part of the problem. Why we are in where we are.
Ange is half the problem. Levy is the full problem because Levy brought in Ange, right? Because Ange was going to give the football fans a front foot football. You remember what you said when Ange started playing? Ange, just as long as we kick the football forward, the fan base will go crazy, right? But if Ange played like what we did during the Europa Cup run in the league, it will be going back to Poch and going back to Conte and Jose Mourinho again. We can't do that in the league, right? Because the Spurs fans want attractive football and win shit nothing. And we ain't going to challenge for the league.
And all the ones who preached about the attractive football and they'd rather lose 6-3 to Liverpool and try instead of scrimp and scrape games 1-0. I bet you they all shut up in that final, didn't they?
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. The problem is, right, fans have their own opinions. Whether you're going to stand left, stand right, stand in the center, it's up to you guys, right? But the problem I'm saying is that if we want to improve, right, we are seeing that we are not improving now because the weird part is, right, a lot of people are saying now, right, we are all waiting until end of July, right, when we finish our preseason games in Asia, right, then most probably they will contemplate letting Sonny go because we can't let Sonny go now because if we let Sonny go now, right, half of Korea ain't going to come out and support Spurs anymore, right? That will defeat the fucking purpose of having the games in Korea, right? Why are we getting in Takai? Most probably, we know we have to get rid of Sonny sooner or later, and we might have to bring another Japanese player in to conquer the Japanese.
Already been gone.
Yeah, he should be gone.
Now we're going to the problem of the Spurs supporters and Levy because he blatantly keeps. Son should have been gone 3 years ago. Son hasn't been good enough for this. Son has not been good enough for a top 4 club for the past 2 seasons. We should have done what a big club does, and that's when the player hits his peak and starts going over it, we get rid of him. But not the sentimental side of Spurs will sit here and say, no, look what Son's done for us. I couldn't give a shit what Son's done for us. Well done, mate. I appreciate it. But you are not good enough now, so you need to go. But the sentimental side, hang on, Eugene, the sentimental side of Spurs fans will sit here and say that he should still be playing. Same as the sentimental accepting Spurs fans. Let me finish. Same as the sentimental Spurs fans who sat there and said, oh, Ange out all season, then he wins us a cup with 90 minutes of atrocious football. Oh no, Ange now deserves 10 games. No, sentimental.
Okay. You say we are sentimental with players, but we are never sentimental. We are never sentimental with managers, right? The managers, right? Don't even.
Yes, we are. We just were sentimental with manager. Why do you think there's a massive row still going on between why the manager's gone and not?
Because to tell the truth, right? Because Ange is sacked. There's nothing to talk about it. If he's still here, then we're sentimental.
But people are still arguing it, aren't they?
But Eugene, you got surely like.
Hold on. Let me finish this. We are still arguing about Ange just because the season hasn't started yet. Because Frank hasn't played yet. Once Frank starts to play, then the focus will be different. At this moment in time, right? A lot of people are still going back in the loop. You can say now we're still going back in the loop because to tell the truth, right? This argument is just to make content. If you don't argue, there's no content, right? If everybody's hunky-dory and helping each other, there's no content to be made, right? That's why I keep praising Levy for one thing, right? He gives us a lot of shit.
I don't know, man. I'll check out the game. Well,
right?
what I'd say really is just look at the main event, bro.
You know
Look
what?
at
I was gonna
Jesus.
wrap the stream up, but we'll
Look
keep
at the
going,
main
boys. We'll
event,
keep going. The
bro.
conversation's flowing. I've been listening. It's
Look at
flowing,
the
man.
main event, bro. Look
You know
at
what
him
I'm saying?
smiling, man. He's
Join
got
back as
something
well,
he wants
Kudus.
to
I
say,
saw you
That's what I'm
man.
on
saying.
stage. Join back.
We are sentimental players, but
The
we're
main
not
event's
sentimental
here, though.
managers, right? So in the end of the day, right,
Oh, God.
I see it's a very simple thing, right? Being a Spurs fan, right, that cup brought up a lot of emotions in the Spurs fan base, right? And to tell the truth, right, it's all about the emotions, right? We're all there. Alex, are you frozen or are you just smiling like that all the time?
He's just happy, man. He's just happy.
Oh, look at it. He looks like he's frozen. Oh, no, he's just happy.
Nah, he's just happy, man. This is relevant. This is where the main event thrives right here, you know, in conversations like this, man. So
Alex,
he's just ready.
don't look like you're frozen like that. It scares me, right? With that. No, that's what I'm saying. The thing with Spurs fans are, right, we are so bipolar, right? We tend to fight on anything that we can get our hands on. You get what I'm saying? We do that. I don't know why. That's what we are. That's why Levy has got us with, you know, our balls are in his hands, you know. Whenever he squeezes, right, we squeal. You get what I'm saying? That's what he does.
Crazy analogy, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying, though. So when he squeezes harder, we squeal. The pitch goes higher. That's all.
Okay,
so at this moment in time, that's why, whilst everyone is doing their business in the transfer window, and we are not even, you know, we've always, come on, we are Spurs fans, right? We've been doing YouTube. I mean, most of us here have been doing YouTube for so long, right? I'm sure Alex, Dan, we've seen this scenario play by over and over again. A new manager comes in, then we sit here and we wait. Where is our top class players? Where is the Premier League proven players? And we sit here and then we sign a Japanese boy. Then we continue a tail contract, and then we give Ben Davis an extension, right? So it is what it is, right? That's part being a Spurs fan. You know, that's why I've been saying, right? I've been a Spurs fan for 40 over years. I'm zen with this shit business that's been going on, right? Let it be. Because Levy's at the wheel again, right? And Levy has never left that wheel. He's been always at the wheel. That's the best part. That's what I'm gonna say, right? Alex, your turn, Alex.
Yeah, Alex, the floor is yours, mate. First of all, before I let you go on a mad one, how are you first, my friend? Hope you're well.
Yeah, how are you doing, Alex? I haven't seen you in a long time. Hope you're well.
You're on mute, mate. You're on mute.
Alex does that all the time.
You're on mute. There we are.
Better than yesterday, but moving on to better, better
Big up
things.
Kudus as well. Big up Kudus as well.
It's nice to meet Kudos in the flesh. Because I know you give me flat put in the chat, but you know that it's good that you come on to take your medicine. But anyway, moving on. I love these conversations, Dan. I love these conversations, me and you. We love these conversations. That's why I was smiling through Eugene's little monologue there. We love these conversations about Daniel Levy. We love these conversations, don't we? You know, because we do this is coming up, don't we? You know what I mean? Like, oh, Daniel Levy this, Daniel Levy that, Daniel Levy this. Well, Daniel Levy got us a European trophy. He got us a European trophy.
You laughed at me. Well, I have to say, you're not laughing now, are you?
Exactly. All right. Got us the trophy. Kept the manager that got us the trophy. All right. And is going to be the right and centre when, if Thomas Frank doesn't do well, what's the fan base going to be doing? Going mad. Because it doesn't take a lot to get this fan base going mad. Just like you just made the example right now. Just an example right now. Honestly, it's a picture. You know what I mean? You know? So, like I say, like, I'm sorry that why people complain about Daniel Levy. Daniel Levy's doing what Daniel Levy does every single day of his life. He's not going to change, and I don't even know why people are moaning about it. You know what I mean? It's just because it's another day being a Tottenham fan, same day, different day, like Dan says, all right? And it's just
first different day.
Exactly, right? And it's just because people just want to make themselves famous. That's all they want to do. You know what I mean? Sorry, Eugene, but you're proving my point every single time. You know what I mean? It's always gone back to Daniel Levy. It goes back to Daniel Levy because that's the easiest person to have a go at. When we know what Daniel Levy is all about, we know exactly what he is, all right? The only thing that I'm shocked about is they haven't got rid of that useless piece of rubbish, right? I'm going to keep PG for Jay because he's my boy, right? Johan Lang, who's absolute goddamn useless. You know what I mean? So I'm sorry. I've got to be honest. He is, you know, we should be expecting what we're expecting from Daniel Levy. And at the end of the day, he can sit there and say, "I've got a Europa League for you, mate." So what you saying? What you saying?
Alex,
sorry.
Yeah.
That's all I've got to say.
Well.
2 perks, like I said, for the main event. Yeah,
You
that's
see,
taking our hiatus and concentrating on himself, being selfish and concentrating on his channel, Mr. Box Office TV. You know what I mean? Because there's going to be another show coming soon today. Back to you, Jay.
Hey, chat, lock in. The link is in the chat. Before I let you go, Eugene, I know you want to go. Yeah, I want to get Kudos involved as well. Kudos.
Yeah, I want to ask Kudos this, right? Kudos, is that you 5 years ago? You've been supporting a lot of these Spurs channels, right? From way back.
Yeah.
Supporting
since
this is the guy, man. This is my guy.
You're one of the OGs, right? But I never expect you to be so young.
Yeah, I'm only 24. I'm only 24.
Oh, you know, fair enough. Kudos.
Yeah, but,
what's your thoughts on this conversation?
Been supporting for a while, but only been on YouTube for like 5 years or so. So yeah, about Levy and stuff, I really do think that this conversation, you know, our instincts are to pretty much just label this whole transfer window and write it off completely. However, there is something inside me that thinks something is going to be different, and only for the fact that statistically we can't just keep buying young players. We have to actually buy some ready-made players.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that is a necessity. It's not like we've never bought ready-made players. We bought Pedro Porro, we've bought just Cutie Romero, we've bought Mind Blank, we bought Son, we bought
we got Solanke.
Yeah, Solanke.
Son wasn't a great player when we bought him. He was a player that had a good season at Leverkusen, came over to us and had a crap. He was young. He was young. He was 22. People have told me that Harvey Elliott's too young.
Yeah, fair enough. But that was when our recruitment was good, right? But we have bought ready-made players around 24 to 26, around about that age. And I think we will get at least two. At least two, I think we'll definitely get, regardless of the quality of what they are, I do think we will get at least two. Because it's just unsustainable what we're doing right now. And I think Levy realizes this, and he knows that he can't get anywhere near where he wants to get in the league without actually doing that.
Well, I don't even think it's where he wants to get. I think it's where he knows we want to get. I believe that's why he came out and said what he said. I mean, the Tottenham Forum, Northside asked me last season, at the beginning of last season, yeah, he was like, how comes you didn't go? No, it was Lee. Big up Lee. It was Lee. Lee asked me on stream, oh, how comes you didn't go to the fan forum? And I said, because they would have to remove me because I'd be calling bullshit for everything that he was saying about how I've always been a Tottenham fan. No, you haven't. You're a fan of the money, man. Stop it. Stop it. I love money as well. I love money too. Don't we all love money? Why can't we just admit that we love money? You don't love the club, Daniel. You don't love the club. And then now he's telling us he's going to, I don't know, I didn't get to hear your thoughts on that, bro, but now he's telling us, oh, he won't go down the route of appointing a winning manager again. So how the fuck are we going to win the Premier League then? So how are we going to, if you don't want to appoint managers that win trophies, then how are we going to win the trophies that you said we're going to win?
It's all going to be on luck.
Sorry, I think it's all about optics, really. I mean, I know Oliver Glasner has won trophies in his career, but was he really considered a winning manager with the taboos of all that comes with the baggage that comes with the winning manager? No, but he still achieved with Crystal Palace. And Thomas Frank is sort of in that same vein, even though he hasn't actually won a trophy yet, but no one's won a trophy until they actually win a trophy. So I think, yeah, I don't put too much stock into it. Yeah, we're never going to get another Mourinho or a Conte or what, but I do think that's not exactly a slight on the club, because we know how Daniel Levy operates, and I think we can still get success with these other managers like Frank. I like Pochettino. Whatever you I don't really rate Pochettino like that, but I do think he could have won something had he been backed a bit more.
That's true.
But yeah, we could. I don't think that's really something to beat the club with as a stick.
How many finals did Poch get into?
He could have won something regardless. I think
he got into two done. I think two.
Got to an
FA finals. Yep.
Two.
He got to a.
He got to a Carabao Cup final.
Yeah.
He got to, and I think he got to a Champions League final. That was it.
It was a semi-final for the FA Cup, I think.
He should have won the Leicester Prem.
So really, that one goes on the manager's head and the player's head, not Levy's head.
Yeah.
No. Listen, I think Poch. I think the difference with Poch and Postecoglou had a very good squad from the get-go. Let's be honest here. Like, it was an all right squad. With Pochettino, though, that squad was a mess, an absolute mess, right? Yeah. And he did wonders with it, right? He made players look good. You know what I mean? Right? He brought through young players, whether they weren't successful or not. He brought through young players, right, and worked with them. You know what I mean? And because no one thought that we were going to do what we were going to do then. That was the thing, right? And he'd gone through a lot more than what Postecoglou went through, right? To be fair to Postecoglou, right? In the major moment when he had the final, maybe because he did this for himself, I don't know, he dropped Heung-min Son. Pochettino didn't drop Harry Kane, right? When he should have dropped Harry Kane. You know what I mean? So in that moment when it came to the crunch, Postecoglou made a decision, right? Whether we agree or not, whether he done the football or not, I don't think he did the tactics. I think it was more the players had the influence on the tactics and either the coaching staff. I don't think it was it.
I agree.
But just, it's clear as day.
Told Dange how to play football.
Exactly. Well, you see some of the video about their winning documentary. It's clearly showing Postecoglou saying the same thing, saying we played. This is the way we played to the players. It's clearly saying it, by the way. So you know what I mean. And by the way, kudos. Yeah, don't get used to this. I agree with most of what you're saying. By the way, I need to see you more on stream.
I'll never take it for granted, Alex.
I need to see you more on stream, bro. Yeah, and that's a compliment. That's a compliment, bro.
It's hard with the time zones, man. It's hard.
Oh no, but I'm just saying, don't get used to this, and I did take this as a compliment. I need to see you more on streams, bro. You know what I mean? I don't think you should be in the comments, bro, because you actually speak very well for yourself. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Good on where you
let you know. Back to you, Jay.
People, make sure you sub to all of the lads. Their links are in the chat. Thank you lot for joining so much. Before I let you guys go, yeah, I got a question for the panel. If there's one player that you can see come into this football club this summer, who is it? I'll start with you, E.
Dibbling.
Yeah.
I will be here. You can play the clip. I will be here on this. Play again. I'm gonna be here. I'm the co-host, nigga. I'm gonna be here when we sign different. I'm gonna be laughing at you. I'm the damn co-host of this fucking channel. So I will be here when we sign Dibbling, and I will be playing the clip for you. I can't play on the streamer. I'll be playing it on my phone down the mic when we sign Dibbling. So yeah,
Eugene, listen, E. If we get Dibbling, just know you're from this channel for cursing. Don't you dare put that nonsense in the air, bruv. You know what I'm saying? But Eugene, one player that you want to see come into Tottenham to save our squad, to win us that Premier League that Daniel Levy promised us. Who?
We ain't gonna get one player to win us the Premier League, right? It ain't gonna happen, Jay. Right? To tell the truth, right? I don't know and I don't care. Right? I've been a Spurs fan for so long. We always get so on dreams, right? And all that. Big up Queen Ellie. Hope you're doing well. If one player that, to tell the truth, right, I haven't even seen Frank take the players out on a preseason friendly, see how he plays, what he needs, right, and all that. At this moment in time, if you say one player that might actually give us a good chance and fits the narrative, right, for Spurs, I say Javier Elliott.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, that's another one. Walker Peters on the free. That's happening too.
Oh no, we're gonna get
my
Walker Peters on the free.
goodness.
That's for sure.
Yeah.
And I don't want him.
Foregone conclusion, we're getting him on the free.
I agree with what Eugene said. I think Carl Walker Peters is done. Do I think it's a good deal? Yes, I do. But is it the sort of deal we need for the first team? No, it's not. But he does add a lot of things of what we need. It's that little bit of, I know you don't like it, Alex, but the backup, and it's also numbers that we need in that team, whether we like it or not.
It's free registration, isn't it?
For a freebie. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. He's got all the list on him.
Yeah.
And I agree with you, Eugene. I could honestly see this Harvey Elliott one happening. It's just the question is going to be how many of the Spurs community are going to accept him, because a lot have already, he does come to us, because a lot of people have already turned around and said he's not good enough for Spurs when he's better than any midfielder we've got, and any midfielder we've got ain't even good enough to lick those boots. But I agree with that one. I could see Harvey Elliott happening, and Carl Walker Peters is done and dusted for me. And will we see another player come in? I think we'll see another player come in for that first team, but time will tell on how good that player is.
Sorry, Dan, sorry, mate. Pause for 1 second. Mellow.
And what bits
We're
on
not
that?
doing this. We leave it. I don't want fashion models at my football club. Sorry,
To
continue.
be fair, you ended this trophy drought against Spurs, though, so...
Yeah, hey, that's fine. That's fine.
Drought,
you know what I'm saying? But he can continue his red carpet walks and leave my football club alone. You know, like that.
You're taking the Calvert-Lewin Richarlison swap deal. You want to say that?
Bro. Don't make me cue the clip again. Alex, is there anyone in particular you want to see?
Oh, kudos goes first.
Kudos, go on, kudos. Who do you want to see?
Who do I want to see priority signing this summer? I'll just go with Eze. Really, I think is everything we need. We need that seat raiser. We need that flair. We need that cutting edge. Just go get him. That should be priority number one. And other than that, maybe if failing that, Semenyo. I mean, I'm just going with a basic target here. I'm not really a tactico who knows everything about European football, but yeah, these are really achievable signings. 60 mil, breakout club record for probably a good player this time. So yeah, go ahead and do it.
Kudos wants Kudos. Never.
I actually want Kudos.
Oh, you actually want Kudos?
Keep him away, bro. Keep that brother away from.
Listen, I've seen Mike's. Me and E have seen.
That guy's a 419 agent, bro. Keep him away, fam.
Yeah, we've been seeing Mike's get so mad about Kudos. I seen Mike go red for the first time in my life because of Mohamed Kudus. So yeah, I didn't even know that
someone who's not white to go red.
I didn't even know that was genetically possible with him, but that's fine. You know what I'm saying, Alex?
I think we're going to end up getting Diblin. I think, yeah, definitely. I think that just seems to be.
You want to see coming?
No. I would like. I stick by what I say. I want Grealish.
Okay.
I want Grealish. I just think it's a massive risk, but it depends on whether if his attitude as well.
His wages, Alex. It's his wages that pay his wages. Yeah,
no. I'm just saying what I want because I think Eze is the go-to, but he's not coming anyway. And I mean, I listen. I saw highlights of the under-21s in England, and I thought Harvey Elliott looked really good. But again, I think he needs a lot of development. I think he's at the stage where I saw Foden at one stage. He was a good player, but he wasn't the man. He wasn't the go-to guy. You know what I mean? He was just the part of the puzzle at Man City. That last season, last season before that, he became the guy, the go-to guy. You get what I'm saying? I think that's what Harvey Elliott needs to now transfer his game now. He's got that, he's got that skill. He's got something about him, and he's definitely something that can improve the squad. But it's now like you've got to be the ultimate person now. You know what I mean? The main guy. You know what I mean? Like
the main event.
Yeah, the main creator. You know what I mean? Just like grow as a man. as a man.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Guys,
Right? And that's where I'm at with him. But I think we're going to end up with Diblin, and if we're going to get this back up, Walker Peters, okay, cool. But we know where that's going if we get.
I got a question, right? Would you guys take John Duran on loan?
Yes, absolutely. Go and get him right now. Go and get him right now. Pick him up. Pick him up personally.
Because I hear he's going to Fenerbahce. Why go to Fenerbahce? Come to Spurs, man. Levy, do something. Get John Duran.
I mean, personally, for me, the player that I wanted to see come in, and I've noticed there's a theme here. I've heard a lot of attacking-minded players, Go and get Paulinho from Bayern Munich, man. I don't want to see Bissouma in my midfield no more. And I'm sorry, but I'm tired of seeing just our midfield. People just walk through our midfield like a park, bro.
It depends how we're going to play. It depends on the formation.
Yes, you can say it depends how we're going to play, but hear me out. Hear me out. We've seen Bissouma under technically three, if you want to say three. If you want to include Stellini. But we've seen Bissouma under two different managers now that play two different styles of football, and he's been shit under both of them. So in my opinion,
neither of them played him under his way. And the minute he did play under his way, he looked like the best player on the pitch.
But he's one player out of a 24-man squad. If there's one player who can't get down with the system like every other player has to do, then get him the fuck out.
None of the midfielders got down with the system, though. That's what I'm saying. None of the midfielders got down with the system.
And now that we're playing in a more pragmatic system, I want to see a top bullish midfielder. Yes, you can say cool, but we don't have a defender. Like, how do I say? We don't have a destroyer in our midfield. We didn't replace.
But if we're going to play three at the back, Jay, we don't need a DM.
But I don't think we're going to play. So I've been told. I'm all for the three at the back stuff, but I've been told we're not going to play three at the back.
Exactly. I don't know what formation we're going to use, and he does.
But one thing I've been screaming that we addressed for the last few seasons is that midfield. We really need to I need to have confidence in my midfield, because whenever we're getting counter-attacked or whenever the opposition get to that part of the field, I get nervous. I don't want to feel nervous anymore. I don't want to feel like Bentancur can't stay fit. Bentancur can't stay fit. And Bergvall is young. Archie Gray, we don't know how really good he's going to be in midfield, because the two games we saw him play in midfield, he played shit. Right?
Romero can't stay fit. Van der Ven can't stay fit.
Of course, of course. That being said, of course, those. But right now, I want to see a midfielder come in to show. I've been screaming this since the start of last season. We can't go into next season with aims to go out there and do something special and only have Bissouma, Bentancur, Archie Gray, and Bergvall as our midfield options. That doesn't fill me with much confidence, to be fair. New season, new hammies is crazy. But yeah, people, we're going to wrap stream up here. Make sure you sub to all the lads. I will be back at some point later tonight. Yeah, later tonight. Me and E, we're going to be streaming. It's not going to be no football stuff, so don't worry. But make sure you subscribe. Get over here. It's going to be a fun one. Boys, thank you so much for joining me. This has actually been a really good, insightful conversation.
Yeah, Eugene? I'm going to do a F1 watch along later. Around, I guess, 9 o'clock my time. That will be about 2 o'clock UK time or something like that. Yeah, I haven't done an F1 watch along in a long time, but most probably if I'm doing alone, then I'll be just commentating on the F1. If you've got Spurs fans who are willing to join me, then we'll just talk about Spurs while watching the F1 go on.
There you go, people. Make sure you guys go and lock in with Eugene as well. The Hotspur, Hood, Kudus, and of course, too much of E. But yeah, boys, we'll be back. Thank you lot so much for watching, and Levy out, man. Sign me a midfielder. Yeah. Goodbye. Sack manager, sack the coaching staff, sack the players, sack the board, sack the fans, sack the staff that work in the stadium, and the club.